All right, we live now. Welcome to Ed Fluential Sports, where passion meets precision. I'm your host, Ed. I've been deep into the plays, players, and stories shaping the game. Got Keish, got CY's here with me. While everybody else come on, we'll talk about Saturday night's main event. Got made official last night. AJ Nakamura for the last time ever. Sad day for me.
Y'all think he's really retiring?
Now that they announced this out of nowhere, I feel like it might be over.
Same. I got sad.
I
No,
do.
I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. And if he doesn't win, I think they'll do something weird where they send him to TNA and have him win the TNA championship or
But I
something.
wish that, I wish they would have made. What's good, Dave?
What's going on, people? Good
Yo,
to
what's
see
We
up?
just
everybody.
we're just talking about my goat, AJ Styles, right now. Might be on the verge of retirement. I think Gunther retiring him, that's not even what I'm mad about. It's the fact that Gunther said put your career on the line. So if it's like if his career on the line, then he go to TNA, then that defeats the purpose of the match. Like I feel like it should have been something else. Like that would just feel off putting to me.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. I don't know. I don't see it being the end right now. Like I just don't see it being the end. Like I don't think that they would just have that be AJ Styles' last match. And if they did do something like that, that would be a kick in the mouth. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I think he might. I think AJ might win the Royal Rumble, and it might force a third stipulation. Probably, maybe at WrestleMania. Probably force a third between them.
You think AJ win the Royal Rumble, then that's how Gunther getting the title picture since they'll be 1-1 at that point.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fire if that did happen, though.
That would be interesting.
I'd like AJ Styles to get one more, even if it was a small run. But
I had a different idea. This is kind of left field, but I made it at the end of last year. I was thinking Gunther wins the Rumble by eliminating AJ. Then they have a match at Elimination Chamber, and that's AJ's only path to WrestleMania. And then Gunther beats AJ, preventing him from working WrestleMania in his last year.
mm, okay, that's not a bad story.
But it wouldn't be a retirement match, so he could still go to TNA, finish his career there.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Cause I don't know, man. Like I
What's
don't
good, Black Couch?
couch. What up? Nah, yeah, I don't think they would do it. They would do it like that at the Royal Rumble. That would be nasty. I'm not gonna hold you.
It's just if they do it now, it would feel so abrupt. It would feel like all of a sudden they just wanted to push him out the door. I feel like usually WWE builds some stuff up a little bit.
Yeah, they
So
built up. Yeah, Undertaker. They built up that match with AJ going into WrestleMania. And Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin. They built that up. The
yeah.
Cena, like even though it was a tournament, it was still some type of build to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it'll feel like I know he's not a WWE legend, but he's been there for 10 years at this point. This is 10-year anniversary, and he did a lot of great work. So I
Nah,
don't see him going out.
he's a fucking legend. I don't care anywhere he went.
Yeah, that's facts. I see some people not trying to call him a WWE legend because
He's a legend.
I don't think as
AJ
many people
Styles
watching now compared to years ago.
and AJ Styles is one of the first superstars that was a free agent that got shipped straight to the main roster around that time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
back then the portal was literally NXT for anybody. Like you didn't matter if you was Samoa Joe. It didn't matter if you
Mm-hmm.
was Shinsuke, Finn Balor. Like you was going to the NXT developmental first, and then you was getting to the main roster. But with AJ Styles, he just got straight to Raw, straight to SmackDown.
Yeah,
Nah, it'd be crazy if like Gunter gets 1, 2, 3, and then AJ's like, "It's been a pleasure, y'all." I would cry.
Yeah, yeah, that
but
would
I do got AJ wanted tonight versus Shinsuke.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so too.
for fat. Yeah.
Yo, why are you playing Shinsuke like that? That's kind of aggressive.
Nah. Shinsuke, I like Shinsuke, but you know he's not a winner like that.
Yeah, he do lose a lot.
He ain't a winner.
Dang,
nah,
I'm
he
not sure.
does. Like they'll throw him into the United States Championship match every now and then, but for the
Mhm.
most part, like out of 365 days a year, he's probably going to lose 70 of those days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Royce Keys enthusiast, you already running with his name.
Nah, it was because I seen the report yesterday morning. I ain't believe it at first. I thought that was a joke when they said his name was gonna be Royce Keys. I just find it hilarious.
And it's like, how do they know? You know what I'm saying? How do they know? WWE didn't even say nothing. Like, but at the same time, it's pretty reliable sources. But Royce Keys, just call him Will Hobbs, man. I've been wanting AEW to call him just Will Hobbs. Like Powerhouse Hobbs is cool too, but like just call him Will Hobbs.
What's going on, Sam?
What's
Yo,
good?
What's up?
what's going on, family? How y'all
Nah,
doing?
I'm good.
How are you?
Yo, Ed, I got a little smoke with you though before
For what?
yeah, you gotta fix my record on that flyer, man.
Those records are accurate.
Nah, man, you gotta fix my record on that flyer.
We
No.
totally won that great colleague debate.
It ended in a tie.
I should be a 2-0-1. That's
That
record.
debate ended in a tie. I remember. It was y'all versus me and K Quick. It ended in a tie.
That wasn't no real tie. Come on, Ed.
Yes, it was.
Come on, Ed. It's all right. We're gonna give you time to come to grips with that loss, but I'll give you time.
It wasn't a loss. It was a tie. So
That's funny. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna come with that fire this time around. I ain't like the way that record was looking. I'm not gonna hold you.
that's your fault. Because why you choose Xavier Woods in a manager debate?
Oh, dogs. Yo, when I saw that, I'm like, what's good with
Yeah,
this?
you doomed yourself with that. You doomed yourself with that one.
That's wild.
It was too easy to choose Paul Heyman.
And
You
and
could
then
have
Ed,
you could have said MVP.
You could have chose like Paul Bearer or
The
Eric
outcome would have
Bischoff.
been the same if I chose MVP.
Nah,
Because-
MVP would have been a good pick.
Because look, OG, he chose Paul Heyman, and then Watts said Xavier Woods. We was all shocked.
see, and you got OG looking all good with his 3-0. You feeding them a bunch of
Real talk, he be on some
he just-
easy
You're
debate.
feeding them a bunch of mid. Ed did that on purpose. He's feeding them a bunch of mid carders and squash fighters, so that he can get his record up. I see what you're doing, Ed. You've been
That's not
keeping me off for a whole year straight, just
That's
so
not-
people can catch up.
Okay. That's
I
not
see
true.
what's going on. I see through the blinds.
That's not what it is. I try to get different people for each debate. So
And okay, I know the back door. You and Couch. I keep telling you and Couch. I got something special for y'all. Special.
okay. Exactly, K Quick. It was a tie.
Look at Quick in the chat.
Man, quick lying.
It was. That's how it ended.
Anybody
Yo.
that defends Jey Uso, they automatically lost. You
Real
lost.
talk.
Okay.
You lost.
Okay.
All right, it's a year later, guys. This is a safe space. Was last year's Royal Rumble win a mistake? Admit it. Admit it. The whole panel.
Yeah. It was too
Keisha,
late.
was Jey Uso
Well, you already know, like John, yeah, for
mistake.
sure.
Yeah.
It was too late. No, Dave, when me and you talked about the Royal Rumble, I didn't have Jay. I had Cena win.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Nobody wanted him to win. Let's be honest.
Nah, but he back in the tag team division. I'm not mad at it.
I like it. It's good for tag team wrestling.
Now I need to know where Jimmy at. Something going on with Naomi because he ain't been on TV in the last 2 weeks.
I guess he just over there with her in the house, helping her with stuff.
I guess.
Funny
She like
on-
probably 7-6 months now, though, right? She probably like further along, unless maybe she
Yeah,
have a
I
baby.
think
soon.
it's a good 6 months or so.
Yeah,
Dang, it's been 6 months already.
it's been a minute.
While.
So why don't they put the? Of course, they put the tag titles on the Usos now. So they gonna lose at WrestleMania.
Probably.
Oh yeah. If they know what's good for them, they'll put together that ladder match that the Hardy Boys was talking about. That would make mad sense.
Honestly, the Hardy Boys maybe should mix it up with the Usos. Like, they need to use them in WWE to boost the tag team.
Could y'all see a triple threat tag match with the Usos, New Day, and Hardys?
I
That'd
can
be
see
fun.
that.
Are they still
because-
champions in TNA? Are they still champions?
Yeah.
That'd be lit.
That would be fire. It would be a nice rub for TNA, for the TNA titles to be on WWE TV, but also it would add stipulations. That would put asses in seats. You got 3 of the best tag teams of the last 30 years. Yeah, that'll be beautiful.
I might say add the Street Profits in there, but they might not do that.
They're not gonna do that.
Yeah,
That would be
Now,
fun.
nah.
add the Street Profits in there. But
Now
Right
they make
now,
it if they make it a fatal 4-way, I think another heel team need to be in there.
Creed Brothers.
Yeah, I rock with the Creeds,
I rock with the Creeds hard, man.
but they don't have no status now. It's not them. They just got to be booked better.
I know they haven't been on TV in forever.
I seen them. They was on the what was this Raw Stranger Things. That was in a boat. I was like, okay.
No, that was crazy. Unless y'all think they're waiting for Chad Gable to come back.
I think maybe that is what they're waiting for.
But I don't like that because it's like at the end of the day, you still got to work even if your guy's not there. Like let that be the chance to build themselves up, and if it don't work, it don't work.
Yeah, I don't like when WWE does stuff like that because they'll put the whole faction on ice because one person is hurt. They did that with the Wyatt 6 mad times.
Oh, Creeds are in the match Monday? I didn't know.
Who in the match?
Ooh.
Is it Creeds, Alpha Academy, New Day? Who the 4th team?
Probably the War Raiders.
Oh, I forgot they existed. So
Wow, don't play the Vikings like that.
nah, but since they lost to AJ and Dragon Lee, they ain't been featured on TV.
It is true. It is true.
Yeah, she lost that match to Maxine, and they just benched her again.
They need to push her too. She's like really underrated.
What's good, Jaquel?
Hey, Jaquel, how you doing?
What's good, Jaquel? What's good, Reg? Fam.
Hey, Jaquel.
What up, family?
Where's OG hiding at? Sammy, you see how they're hiding?
You thought what I was saying was a coincidence?
He's hiding now, bro.
Now that he ain't going against a mid-carder, he's late. You see what I'm saying? I'm the original champion of this.
Take points
The
off the
original.
board.
The original.
I just DM'd him. I see what's going on.
No. Don't worry, Couch been doing the same thing. But all of a sudden he's active on the chat down there though.
Not Natalia Cook. It's crazy.
I think to be honest, I need to see that GCW gimmick that Natalia been doing. I need to see that on WWE.
I think that's where they're headed with her. I think that's where it's headed.
Because that's crazy. You call her 6'9"?
6'9" and Tegan Knox.
Oh, that's diabolical.
Tegan Knox, man, that's a tragedy.
It wasn't
I
Tegan
think
Knox.
with Natty, it'll be good though. Like if they do Natty fully, I think it'll be a good storyline.
The best you could hope out of that character switch is maybe a run with the Intercontinental title. I
don't want to go that far.
Maybe.
And tell him I want the face off too. I want the face off before we have it. Couch. I want to stand next to him like that, like the Big Show style.
You're no match for me. I'm 7 feet. I'm 500 pounds. That's funny as fuck. But yeah, they gotta step their shit up. I'm hoping that the Royal Rumble switch some things around, but even with SmackDown being 3 hours, I still be disinterested sometimes. I
I
can't
don't
even.
know. Unpopular opinion. They've been cooking with the 3 hours. More people are getting time. More people are getting to longer matches, more segments. The 3 hours has been off to a solid start. I mean, they gotta fuck it up some weeks, but it's been all right.
Nah,
It's not terrible. I think Raw's been struggling more though.
Raw's been the better show for a while.
I think
think
Raw's
so?
been better. I think Raw's been better than SmackDown.
But the 3 hours,
Y'all
Melo's
think
been
so?
getting more time. Trick is getting more
now
time.
you know what the problem is with SmackDown, in my opinion, though. They Melo getting the matches, but they ain't giving him no stories. They doing the Miz right now, but it took a month for them to get there. That should have been the first story.
I think the mid card for SmackDown's been very weak.
Nah, bro, those open challenge matches is be fire.
The open challenges matches is good, but they need to build on that now. Like I think they're trying to do that with having Melo stalk the Miz, and I think maybe a heel turn from Dragunov is coming.
Nah, no time. He just came back. I don't see the heel turn.
Y'all
That
think?
nigga, that nigga just like pain. So let the nigga do his thing.
What about the woman scene for SmackDown? Y'all don't think that's been weak too?
It has been. I don't like the whole champion going after a championship. Like, why did Kiana James and Julia win the triple threat tag match? Now it was a fun match, but
I don't dislike Jordan Grace versus Jade Cargill. I like.
I actually like that.
I like it.
I wish she had more defenses under her belt before they just went straight to Jordan Grace, because it makes me think Jordan Grace is going to lose.
So what's crazy is my problem. It's not the match itself. I'm fine with that. But why is Jordan Grace in the Royal Rumble? They can have a one-on-one match at the Rumble. I feel like that would. It's a simple route. Why not just go there?
Yeah, right.
That's what I thought. I was like, what is she talking about?
They don't.
She was like, I talked to Nick Aldis and I entered the Royal Rumble. I was like, so we're not getting the one-on-one match. At least not at the Rumble, which would have made perfect sense.
Yeah, they don't trust Jade. That's what it is. And I
feel like they're gonna have Jade lose at WrestleMania. Like that's gonna be her defense, and she loses. Like the way they're building it, it feels like it kind of.
No,
I'm not saying I want it, but it feels like I could see that happening.
I do see it. Yeah, they finally finna start a feud with Melo. Melo and Miz gonna be the first actual feud. Even though I think Melo and Ilya could have told a good story if given more time. No one, Jade. The fair point, I guess.
Trick's from like really making SmackDown, no, like for sure.
Nah, Trick Williams is making SmackDown feel fun. He really is.
I like his segments. Yeah, I've been liking his segments a lot.
Trick doing his thing. He already look like a main eventer.
He feel like a star already.
He hasn't folded on a promo yet. So
I would keep him in the main event scene. I know it just got called
Real
up.
Talk.
He was just TNA World Champion, so
yeah, keeping him in the world title scene makes sense.
I think I got Trick Williams winning King of the Ring this year.
Good pick.
What's a good pick?
I feel like Money in the Bank maybe.
Money in the Bank makes sense for
you don't think there's guys ahead of him when it comes to that Money in the Bank?
He's gonna cut ahead of a lot of guys. That's how good he is.
I'd rather see him now, but imagine he win King of the Ring, and they let Booker T do commentary.
They need to make Booker commentary when he comes out. I don't care. It's just necessary at this point. Like we need them ad libs, man.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't add it to the song.
Yeah, just put it in the
song. Like, the
I
song.
like it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, she hasn't. I mean, they don't got no competition though. So it's like I don't know why they wait to do the match.
Besides Bianca Belair, who would y'all want to see Jade up against?
Triple threat with Charlotte and Alexa.
I wouldn't hate. I mean, I don't want her to win the Rumble, but Charlotte versus Jade would be pretty damn dope.
It would be.
Oh, what if she won Elimination Chamber? I don't think she won that yet.
Win the Chamber, but that would be pretty dope. Hey, yo, Watts, man, your partner's leaving you. We gonna do this a handicap match? Me and Sam versus him?
We can do a handicap match.
That's not fair, man.
I'm with the handicap match antics. I'm not against it.
OG's not gonna do that to me. He's not gonna prove my theory right. There's no way.
This nigga tweaking. Nigga said Oscar. Okay.
Oscar versus Jade.
That would be
Whoa,
boring.
you like Oscar?
Absolutely not. I don't want Oscar in this picture during the road.
Remember that Queen of the Ring match they had? Nah.
During the road to WrestleMania? I don't want that. No way.
They got Oscar versus Kyrie Sane gonna make more sense. Kyrie Sane gonna keep getting bullied.
Y'all in enemy territory. That's crazy.
Yeah, maybe after WrestleMania we could do that, but not on the road to WrestleMania.
Nah,
I mean, they might do Charlotte though. They might do Charlotte versus Jade finally.
Charlotte, I can get with that. I can get with that.
If they do Charlotte, I think Alexa gonna be involved, making a triple threat.
Fuck that.
Nah, that's not even necessary. No.
Fuck that.
But how you gonna build? But you still gotta build.
Charlotte isn't that match. It has to be a one-on-one spotlight.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Everybody said Bianca and Rhea had to be one-on-one. They had an EO. So
I hear you, but that felt a little different.
But it's gonna build to the one-on-one match they have. Because it's not just gonna be one of them going after the world title and the other sitting back. They're not gonna stay in the mid card. So if they had a triple threat match, you could do. Let's just say Alexa take the pin, you run Charlotte and Jade at Backlash, make that the big match. Then do Charlotte and Alexa at SummerSlam. And you can still do Charlotte versus Bianca.
I see your line of thinking. I think Alexa would kind of bring it down, but knowing WWE, they're honestly probably gonna do Charlotte versus Alexa for whatever reason.
At some point,
they should save for SummerSlam. Feel like even though they probably rushing the split now, so.
This nigga Black Couch, I was thirsting after Zelina's gobber ass, bro. her ass failed with that US title, bro.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was super unfortunate.
Now that reign was.
She's not a good wrestler.
She's decent, but she's choppy. Like she don't.
She's
know
mad choppy.
She don't know how to tell a story.
Yeah. She keep her on the microphone. We're good. Put her in the ring.
I like her though. Shout out to New York. You know what I'm saying? She from Queens and shit. She from around the towns. You know, like you feel me. So I gotta root for her a little bit.
That's where the sympathy's coming from. You and Couch with that East Coast bias.
That's exactly what it is. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I as much as I be wanting to root for her tenfold, but like she always be doing something that fucks it up for me. But but shout out to her though. Shout out to her for I guess being from New York and making it. You know who else from New York too? Wendy Chu. I went to school with her.
Wendy Q's underrated. I'll say that.
Yeah, facts.
She's been in NXT in a grip, man.
And now she in Evolve. She just be having that shit on, man. She can dress.
What do you mean by that, Cordell?
Got the glasses.
Nah, but shout out to her. Good in the ring and whatnot. She used to wrestle in the Factory. That's what you call it. That's a wrestling school in Queens, a little up in Queens. A lot of people came from there.
I think Matt Riddle wrestled over there.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. He also did a lot of House of Glory in Queens too.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got a question for Dave. I seen you made a AEW short. What you think of Dynamite this week?
You know what? Dynamite wasn't too bad this week, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I enjoyed what I saw overall. I'm liking this reign MJF is having more than his previous reign, and that's saying something so far. So,
MJF got a new hairline. He don't know how to act.
Now, he was doing his thing. So this nigga Brody King, you only beat jobbers. Why should I give you a shot?
Yeah, for real. He was cooking them, bro.
What you think of the Kevin Knight match versus Swerve?
That was fire. I'd give that 4.5 stars. For sure.
I think the match was solid, but I liked Samoa Joe versus Speedball a little bit more. Like their styles and their strikes really meshed real together.
And that was a good match. I didn't like all the interference was kind of stupid to me because what's his name? Kevin Knight and Hangman didn't help him at all. Y'all the trios champions, y'all can't help y'all partner. But
don't you think they could scrape the trios championships?
Absolutely. Come on.
Me, Ray, and Cal was talking about this. It hasn't hit. It peaked in like 22 to 24.
It really peaked a while ago.
They haven't done that since that. So I don't see the point of the trios titles. Like you got the tag titles, a few big cards. I would get rid of it. I don't think it
was a good idea to begin with.
You know, now I have a question about this.
I respect them. I respect them for trying a different concept than other wrestling brands and trying that. But
I think
then you got to force together a lot of 3-man teams. It's not.
They did have a lot of. Once the Elite lost them, I think that's when it went downhill.
But another problem is they use other titles from other brands, so it's too many titles. It's too many.
I was going to ask, do they have like titles that's exclusive to certain like Collision or something like that? Because maybe that would make it a lot easier than just throwing everything on Dynamite.
They just got
that's a good point, Cordell. That's a good point.
They got the TBS and TNT title, but it's like it can be defended on either show, which is kind of stupid. But
they need to split it up.
They should have.
I feel like they have too many titles.
They probably do have too many titles.
They have way too many titles.
I think the E have too many titles too. Like I feel like they made all these titles just to give people consolation prizes when in reality it's like, you know, you lower the value of all the titles if everybody could get a title. Not everybody can get a title, respectfully.
Right.
If I was WWE, I would have just made one women's mid card instead of two. And if I'm AEW, that belt, the national belt, I wouldn't have made that, and I would get rid of the trios titles. Get rid of those two.
Yeah, I think both companies gotta cut back a little bit when it comes to the belts.
Yeah, they can get rid of that speed title. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nobody pays attention to that shit.
I mean, it's on NXT. Nobody cares.
Yeah, right.
Nah, but having Jasper Troy as a speed champion is crazy.
Oh, you talking about the Lock? He got the 2K23 archetype.
Not the Lock. Yo, chill. My son, fake Abyss.
Fake Abyss.
Nah, but he has potential. But like, they gotta do something with him. I wish they would have. If they was going to bring a title back or put another title, they should have gave the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. They should have brought that back. That would have made a lot of sense.
How you think that makes sense, but a main roster women's tag titles don't?
Nah, I like the women's tag team titles.
Oh, okay.
No.
I feel like the women's titles could be more fun if they let the NXT teams win them. That's like when they fight for them, they never have a chance.
I do think they should involve NXT teams more in the main roster tag division. Across the board,
because there's not enough organic teams on the roster for that.
They did release a few of the teams that were solid, so
yeah, they got rid of Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, and I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
I fuck with them.
They should have done that. They could have kept them as like that. They could have been like the ultimate because together they're really good.
Oh,
like,
here come OG.
Huh?
Whoa.
What up? I'm gonna just listen in.
What up? The expert level wrestling. What's good, OG?
What's good? Let me hear what y'all talking about. Let's hear it. Let me go. Let's hear.
We was talking about you. We was talking about you.
Oh, okay. So what happened?
Yeah, you shouldn't have that 3-0.
Wait,
You
He
shouldn't
who?
talking
What?
about
you shouldn't have that 3-0 record. The only reason you got it is because Ed been making you avoid me.
Mm, um.
There we go. That's how I want to start this off today, OG.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. I just guess I just being old and wise. Some just things like that happen. I get grandfathered in the situation, and I get certain rules and regulations. And I was pimping.
This nigga sound like Cat Williams right now, bro.
I sound like Cat Williams every day. Actually,
how,
that's what Cat Williams sound like
how
to me.
much? How much you pay? How much you pay Ed for that record? You ain't really 3-0, dog.
he ain't pay me nothing, nigga. I'm broke.
How much you pay you? Nah, he slipped you some tuition money, dog.
Mm-mm. No, no. I just my full assessment of everything. Nah, but yeah, man. Just ready to chop some real good game. I'll fill in where I left off. I already did. I already filled in the gaps, but like I said, I didn't. I wasn't listening before I came in, so I don't know exactly where I'm interrupting, and that's why I just wanted to fall back and listen for a second, real quick.
No, no. On the real though, I miss you, OG. I miss them segments with you, man. That's why
All
I'm
good.
talking.
Well, we
That's
gotta
why I'm talking that smack.
we gotta do another one anytime, brother. Just slide me, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
Holla at your man Couch too. He got something against me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you could be the peace treaty.
Uh, where is he? He down there?
Yeah, and
Couch. Yeah. I've been talking to bitches all night, you know.
no, but we was
Hey,
just talking about how WWE and AEW got too many titles.
Yeah,
oh, oh,
real.
oh, oh, so real
That's what
shit
we was
though.
really talking.
Last night it was pretty dope. I seen the demand. They was at the independent, and Ricochet. He had the tight ass match, and then his boys they was fucking shit up, breaking cats on tables and chairs and all that. So yeah, shout out to them. It was good to see them in person. I ran up on them too. I didn't know you had to pay because it wasn't on the. I asked a couple of cats like where y'all tickets at. It ain't act like they didn't understand English. So I'm gonna just walk up to these cats then. They was like no 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 no. Like oh, okay. The video coming for YouTube. That's gonna be my next video. I already uploaded it. I just did it this morning. So look for that probably Monday. I probably drop it. Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, AEW, man. I don't know, man. I kind of I don't want to get on that rant, but I really like AEW for different reasons, and I think people should just give it a chance. A lot of people, like shout out to Reg, he been peeping it out. He was hella anti, and then now that he kind of be watching now, he be like, "Oh, that was cool. That was cool." Like, yeah, bro. Like, just cause just cause you hear something about something, don't mean you gotta hate everything about it. Like, nigga, it's still gonna be some parts you is gonna like, oh, it's this. Oh, I don't like the champion. You shouldn't fuck with the agency. Like, nigga, it still have other parts on there that is cool, bro.
Well,
You know,
OG,
so
can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Is it? Do you have that perspective about AEW because in your heart you kind of looking for that old school feel of the heyday of when there was actually really two alternatives?
I wouldn't say that. I would say you are like 75% accuracy until you flipped it at the end. So that's meaning like I am looking for that, but it's actually WCW ish. It's not that
You
it's
think
just an
so?
alternative. It's AEW is almost just a mere look at the TNT, the presentation, the way the ring sounds, the commentators that they use and reference, the people that they bring on have WCW ties. Yeah, it's like WCW rehashed. It's
Mm.
WCW rehashed for the new generation, bro. It's the same type of vibe. Like it doesn't matter how new it is. It doesn't feel like WWE. Go watch some WWC Nitros. The presentation is the same
Oh, I
as
loved it.
AEW is
That's why
now.
I asked.
AEW is just it's just a newer, more polished version. But it's you get what I'm saying. AEW did not try to make another WWE. They
I give you.
refurbished WCW, bro.
I give you that. They did try to go a separate way. I give you that. They
Mm-hmm.
did.
Cause put it like this. They didn't try to mimic TNA, so it's not like it's just, oh, it's just competition. Like, no, I was a WCW guy. Like at one point in time, WWF was getting kind of boring and lame. Like Doink the Clown, I wasn't fucking
It's
with shit
true.
like that.
It's
Cause I
true.
was older. I wasn't like 7 or 8. I was a teenager then, so I wasn't fucking with that shit. So
It's true.
when
That's
NWO
why.
came out and they were saying Kevin Hall and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and I knew that was their names. So you new wrestling cats, y'all just think that's regular shit. In
Mhm.
1996, there was no such thing as wrestler people's names on air. That was
Yeah.
not happening. So we was thinking like, yo, did these niggas really just come over here to WCW and they still sign? Like it was a big deal. And so and then NW, I'm like, yo, and then NWO, it for a minute, it used to be a channel swap. But for a hot minute, it wasn't no swap. It was
I'm
just
glad you brought
Monday
that up, OG.
Nitro all
I'm
day
glad you brought
Nitro.
that up, OG. I got another question for you, real quick, real quick. So, how do you feel about like their biggest guys like Cody, Jade? You know, going over, switching over, and kind of doing a little bit better over there. How do you feel about that? Because when back in the heyday, it was kind of happening vice versa. Like talents were going to WWF, then going over to WCW, both thriving.
Yeah, even though I like WWE, but I'm just a wrestling fan, and when I say that, I'm just a wrestling psychology character guy. So
Yeah,
that's why it'd be hard for you cats, not you, but cats to debate
yeah,
me because you niggas will debate me on the shit that I don't care about, right?
yeah, yeah.
So you want to talk about some match? I'm talking about the bad character work. So I just like good characters. For instance, like to me, and I don't. This is a side. Don't try to debate me up on this. And if you do,
No,
just be
I'm
for real
just
with it.
asking
No, no,
questions.
not this, because I didn't even
Yeah,
said it yet. But like for me, Don Callis is like my favorite fucking manager, bro. And you're not gonna hear that name around. Like I put Don Callis up against anybody. Mike Provo character work, getting people over, just being hella funny, just being Don Callis' character. He's exactly who he's supposed to be, how he's supposed to talk, how he's supposed to dress, how he's supposed to look. Backstory cult leader, like it all makes perfect sense. Like nobody's fucking with Don Callis. If WWE was to bring him back now with the shit, because he remember he was in WWE before, but that was the down part of WWE. That was
mm,
WWF generation era. They wasn't fucking with that shit then. If he was to come polished now over there, he be cold, bro.
mm, mm.
All right. With that being said, then just an appropriate time to get the debate started.
Right.
Rule. So me and Keish, we gonna be the host slash judges for this debate. So at the end of it, it's gonna come down to what we think. Rules for the viewers. You gotta fill out the form after the debate to let us know who you think won. No spamming throughout the chat. Be civil and respectful with everybody in chat and up here on the panel. Rules for the debaters. Don't interrupt each other. Y'all have y'all times. No personal attacks. And in the closing argument, state why you think your team should win and who. And now y'all can let us know who y'all chose as y'all picks for the Women's Royal Rumble for this debate. So C. Watts and OG, who did y'all choose?
So wait, question. We're doing two different people that we're choosing, or we're deciding on the
You
same.
agreed on one person.
Okay. Who you got, OG?
Mm, okay, see, I would say Bianca, but my only thing is this right now. Maybe this a little change because just watching SmackDown last night, I kind of like Jordan Grace a little bit more, bro. She was always a dope wrestler to me. She never I can never say she wasn't cold in the ring, but maybe I didn't watch enough TNA. But I'm seeing her personality. I'm kind of like. No, I can't. In my mind, I'm like, no, I want to see more of her. Like, no, like she should. No, no, like they kind of. And now I'm kind of thinking like they kind of fucked it up because they could have like, even though I'm enjoying mood that they have, they could have final bossed her. Now that I'm
Mm.
thinking, they could have final boss Jordan Grace and made it more of a big deal because even though I enjoyed a feud, they both physically dominant and shit. They not emphasizing on Jordan Grace's dominance, her boss level, and her being like a former world. I don't think they're emphasizing on that enough. They're still making it the way it's presented. Okay, put it like this: if I wasn't a wrestling fan, it would come off to me as Jade was a dominant heel and Jordan Grace was a up and coming rookie. That's what it would look like to me.
Mm.
It would look like another world champion is challenging the new one. You get what I'm saying? It would look like she's hungry. It's coming off more of that than they're on the same level. I just know because I watched this shit, but it's a little different. So yeah, man. Because I brought all that to say it depends on because if they book this right, like she could be. I might want to see be Bianca and Jordan instead. Is what I'm trying to say
Mm. Mm.
Okay.
based on how they deal with this.
Mm. Because realistically speaking, when you think about it, like, so you mean to tell me if Joe and Grace wins the Royal Rumble next week, we're not going to see no title defenses from Jade Cargill between now and in April or whenever they're going to have WrestleMania? That would be
Wait, so
See, but
who?
see, the thing is, bro, it's like feeling bad off a mistake. Like, okay, it's a what if, but I mean, goddamn, 3 whole months and no injury. That's just minimal effort. It's not like a situation where we should have did it differently. Like in real time, people are complaining and they still ain't doing shit, which means they ain't got no type of plan, bro. And they didn't. I think Naomi just fucked the whole shit up and the timing of it. They were probably gonna pull the trigger, but not when they did. But like, it is crazy work. Like for her to not have even if they're title shots that we know she gonna win, just that could be a part of her fucking character, like just to like, oh, why you keep fighting these bums? You a paper champ, but she's still defending the champ. That's actual heat. That's actual heat. Fighting people for the champ that we know she's not gonna and making a mockery of it. That'll get her more heat. Just digging into what we've already presented, but we just I can't even think of two other weaker wrestlers she could be beating down. Mia Chin and the other one. I forgot her name, and that's how bad they are. It's not even that they're like bad wrestlers. Like let's say, okay, perfect example. Let's say Jay Cargill beat Soka. Soka, right? Soka is how am I saying her name?
so
Uh,
Luca.
yeah, So Ruka. So Ruka is dope. She's not a bad wrestler at all. But if Jade beat her down, it would make sense. But like me and Chit, it's like, bro, you for real? I said this in another video. They booked so bad that the two of them, I still don't even think it's so. They couldn't even beat her in the handicap match. I still ain't gonna think they're gonna win. That's how bad they book. Now they
Yeah.
probably got skills on their Instagram and stuff back in the day in the independents, but as far as booking, they look very weak. So that's what I'm saying. Like Jade could have been beating Sol Ruka and Lash Legends. She should be fighting people like that at least.
Wait, so who y'all picking for the debate?
Who y'all
Who
got
y'all
for the
going for?
Royal Rumble, yo?
Okay, I'll say what you call it?
We
Uh
got Bianca already.
yeah, Bianca.
We got Bianca. We
How?
Oh,
claim her.
How?
uh,
All right.
uh
Go
what
ahead.
about Lash Legend, bro?
Ooh.
I like Lash Legend.
You know what? Fuck it, man. Let's do Lash Legend.
You can shotgun book her, bro.
Like you
You
can
can
you
you
can really
Dude,
fast track.
look, you give her the same booker that you give her the same exact booking they gave Tiffany. We just getting black shit now, bro. There it goes.
All right, so
And
it's
she
gonna
got backup, and it's the same character in the middle, so you got those type of dynamics too. Because Nia Jackson is intertwined between Tiffany when she come back. Bam, you got that. Bam, you got that over there. So yeah, Lash Legend, give it to her. And when Lash Legend kicks people's asses, you don't question it.
It feels legit.
True.
Even when she was kicking Rhea's ass, I was just like, damn, she fucking Rhea ass up. So
Yeah.
okay, so then she really, so what would she do? Would she really be fucking up Mia Yin and all of them? So that's why she need to be fighting Jada and shit like that. So yeah, Lash.
All right, we got to get to the debate. OG and see what y'all go first. Y'all got 4 minutes for your opening arguments.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Lash Legend winning the Royal Rumble would make a lot of sense because she's a new face, and we like to just jump right into it and talk about representation. Like OG said, the same way they booked Tiffany Stratton, but as add a black woman's feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you would put her in there, have her actually dominate the Royal Rumble, have her have the elimination record so it can feel more legit. Because if you sit there and just have her not dominating the Royal Rumble and then she just come out of nowhere and wins it, it wouldn't even make any sense for real. Because it's like y'all not really the crazy thing is you can actually build a star within the Royal Rumble by actually telling the story. I feel like that's more of a lost art because you could go into there and you could build a star, and it would be somebody that you didn't even think from a hole in the wall that would win it, but they're lasting. And then you start noticing she comes in at number 3 and she lasts for like a whole hour. She's throwing people over the top rope. And she's throwing people notable names over the top rope. We're not even just talking about like a Candice LeRae. We talking about her eliminating Charlotte Flair or something like that. Just to get the crowd hype and get the crowd energized. They changed the theme song. I actually like the Project Pat theme that she had originally,
She
like
done fucked Charlotte up a few
the
times too. She done made Charlotte look a little, you know what I'm saying?
exactly. See,
And
exactly. Like
Alexa too. She done made Alexa look, you know what I'm saying? She done made Alexa look like, damn, sweetie, how old are you again? You know what I'm saying?
those are
Yeah.
potential dream matches right there. You put her next to a Bianca Belair, and it's like kind of like a changing of the guard type of situation. It's going to feel good. It's going raise a couple eyebrows. Like when Jacob first got into the WWE and he was facing off against Braun Breakers and running into Roman Reigns, and everybody's just like, oh shoot, what's going to happen now? Like you have that value when it comes to Lash Legend for sure.
I gotta break kayfabe real quick because I'm just doing my calculations on the date. Fuck, bro. We got NXT, we got the black champions over there. And then we're talking about Lash, and Nia, they black and Samoanish got going on. We got Cody, he's blackish, and Jacob Samoan, they going at it. We got Javon and we got Oba just got caught up, and Ricky Starks is main event in NXT. So I'm saying all that to say, I hope this is not a Black History Month shout out that they giving us right now, warming up. Are they heating us up for February only?
I would be
They trying
tight.
to make us feel good for 29 days. Is that what's really going on? I
Then
hope
they're gonna
not.
revert right back to their old stuff.
March March 1st, it ain't never happened and shit. And that's one thing, and I want to add that that's one thing that the TKO has taught me in wrestling, that outside of Chris Benoit passing and Vince McMahon blowing up the limbo, wrestling did not do. They
Hmm.
will show and the fuck bring some shit up and drop it and don't give a shit about it. Before, when they drop some shit, they'll ease out. Even if they have a little weak segment, you'll be thinking that was a weak ass segment to end. Like, just for instance, remember DX when Shawn Michaels lost, and then the next day he didn't come on no more, and Triple H is like, "This is my shit now."
Yep.
Even though people didn't like it or didn't like it, they still said it.
Hmm.
Nowadays, Shawn Michaels would have lost, and then it would
That's
have
time.
just been something else. It's just something else.
That's
Like,
time. Y'all four
yeah,
minutes
they
up.
will drop some shit, bro, and don't care about what you say. Oh, Street Profits is the next champion. Then 6 months later they broke up. When they break up, on online, they don't give a fuck, bro. They will drop a story, don't tell you why, reason, don't give you no closure,
Hmm.
nothing. That's why it's heartbreaking, because it's hard to get excited about shit, because they're just like the New Day. You get all these ideas. Like they don't even tell you why. It just happens, and then it's just like, all right, well, we got this shit over here. Just you check out this story over here. Don't worry about that over there. It's crazy, bro.
Like it.
All right, that's y'all time. Ain't one overtime, but
OG is right though. It's just for the month of February, and they'll be right back.
and that's what it is. All right, wrestling things. Y'all got 4 minutes for y'all open the arguments.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna start us off. So, I like Cordell's point about elevating Lash Legend. I really do. I'm a fan of Lash Legend, but here's why. I think it's a little bit short-sighted. I think when you look at the landscape of women's wrestling in WWE right now, the Royal Rumble shouldn't be used to elevate someone right now. It should be used with the most efficient pick. And the most efficient pick is Bianca. This is a woman who doesn't miss at WrestleMania. When you put her in a woman's marquee match, she always delivers, so you know what you're gonna get, win, lose, or draw. And let's be honest, everybody, win, lose, or draw, wants to see Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. And I truly believe if Naomi didn't get pregnant, it would be even cooler because she would have the option to pick Naomi most likely or Jade Cargill. So that would increase the little drama and suspense there. But that's a slight hypothetical. But I think it's about picking the efficient pick. Bianca Belair wins the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of story to tell with Jade. That's our first time ever matchup. Bianca Belair will do all the great media and press. And she's great at representing the company during WrestleMania season. And then let's say if WWE wanted to go ass backwards and they had Bianca go after Stephanie Vaquer, that's still a good, fresh, first time ever match. And you could probably use that to turn Stephanie heel. So it's like either outcome, whether Bianca picks Jade or not, you got a fresh storyline that you could take in a lot of different directions, which is why I think she'll be the most effective pick to win the Royal Rumble match. Go ahead, Sammy.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, she injured her knuckle, right? So that could be definitely a great tool that Jade Cargill could catch some heat from and kind of build off of that. They can maybe write some storyline with maybe the knuckle still hurt and she's targeting it. Do whatever it is to pump the gasoline on Jade Cargill being a better heel. And I think Bianca Belair is honestly the perfect person to do it because no woman gets sympathy the way Bianca Belair can get sympathy out of the crowd. So you got that factor. Then you got the tail of the tape factor. Both black, voluptuous, good body women. They're standing next to each other, both 6 packs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it just writes itself. If you could put that on a poster, every little kid's gonna be, wanting to do the spank banks to something like this. Like it's really a no-brainer. I think we just stamped this in. They're probably 2 of the best looking if we have to have a vote of main roster. So they're gonna use something like this, and definitely it will make sense for their WWE Unreal show that they've been pushing too, because now they could write that comeback of her coming in, and setting up this big mega match.
We got a little time at it. We done.
You got 30 seconds.
Are we talking about a heel? Go ahead.
I'm going to end with saying like the other big benefit to Bianca winning, no matter who she chooses, but she should choose Jade, is if she beats Jade, that'll still elevate Jade because there'll still be more story to tell. If she loses to Jade, that elevates Jade. So it's a win-win.
All right. Yeah. All right, that's time. Y'all had 3 seconds left.
Is it a heel, Jade? Is it a heel? Is it a heel with Bianca or face Bianca? Yes, y'all talking.
A face Bianca.
Face Bianca. Yep.
I think Jade's in her groove as a heel. I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah. No.
And she'll get better if she's going up against Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah, but OG and C Watch, y'all gonna have 7 minutes for y'all open the arguments on why the last should win it. So let me know when y'all ready, and I can start the timer.
Ready,
You
OG?
can go, bro. I dropped all the bars on this already.
All
You
right,
can go
down, no doubt.
first.
Um, so yeah, Lash Legend winning the Royal Rumble would be conducive to what they're trying to push because they're trying to push multiple things right now. They're trying to push younger talent right now, and because they know that that's been like an argument that the IWC has been talking about for a while, a bunch of older people in the main event scene. So you killed two birds with one stone by not only trying to have more black representation that they said they've been trying to focus on. So throwing Lash Legend in there and winning the Royal Rumble would kill two birds with one stone because you'll do that, and then you also elevate a young talent. Now, I do agree that the Royal Rumble in the main stage of WrestleMania should go to the person that's going to make them the most money and the most compelling argument. But at the same time, who's to say Bianca is even cleared in the first place? This is all speculation. That's a hypothetical in itself that Bianca's even going to be cleared to be in the Royal Rumble because we might be, excited about it, but it just might not happen. So if we're talking about a contingency plan,
You muted.
You. Oh,
oh,
there you go. There you go.
hello,
All right, we
y'all,
can hear
y'all
you.
can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was basically saying that it would kill two birds with one stone, and also, um, you would have that a good contingency plan with Lash Legend because Lash Legend is almost the same archetype as Bianca Belair, strong, voluptuous. You could put her on posters, like Sam said, and I rest my argument.
Um, WWE just need to start the safe booking. We have established main event stars, and we don't do anything by keeping them at the top all the way. Just like a perfect example, CM Punk would have not. Let's just be real. If CM Punk would have lost against Finn Balor, is CM Punk? Excuse me. If CM Punk would have lost on on the pay per view, for instance, is he still not a main eventer the next day on Raw? You get what I'm saying? He still is. But you could have had two main eventers, bro. Just the same way people are happy and shook up, and how Drew McIntyre and shit is shaking up everything by being champion. And look how many more branches to the trees that we have. Is the same way Finn Balor would have done if he would have won. Does he have to have a 4-year reign? Of course not. But it was been the same thing. Him with the Judgment Day and all that and all these things. He can fuck with Dom. There's so many different angles, and so that is breaking up the booking with Lash Legend because y'all thought that I didn't have a point, and I'm just giving y'all all this backstory because I want y'all to visualize everything that I'm saying. Because you can't jump to no conclusions now because I gave you too much. She looks like a star. She's associated with a star. You're only gonna do nothing by you. See, the thing is, it's like, and I get kind of what Brian Breaker was saying. Another star on the horizon. This is a different time. Everybody doesn't need to spend 5 years in the Indies and shit, and then 2 years on the main roster, and then get the 2-year run as a mid card champion, and then maybe they can get a. That's over. Some of these motherfuckers need to get a belt. Like, if you prolong her push, it's just making it. You can make her a superstar in 2 years, or you can have her be a superstar for 2 years. I'm cold. That's it. That's
Mhm.
it. That was too cold. I don't even think that was just too icy. I don't even touch that no more. Put some ices in the chat. I was just saying it
I
again
like
because that
that.
was
I like
slick.
that, OG.
That was slick. That was so slick. You you're gonna make her wait for 2 years, or she could be a star for 2 years now. Like it literally can happen.
Because
You know
she
what I'm
could
saying?
honestly just be fast tracked. She could be fast tracked. This I see nothing wrong with it. They did the same thing with Tiffany Stratton. They could do the same thing with Lash Legend. And to me, Lash Legend is more believable than Tiffany Stratton when it comes to going up against a Jade Cargill. You know, like this just with WWE. Sorry guys, with WWE and just wrestling in general, I feel like a lot of people or a lot of bookers lost the plot when it came to having believable matches and believable superstars beating their the champion or final boss. I feel like Jade and Lash, that's a perfect match. That would make a lot of sense, and that would actually test somebody like Jade Cargill. I feel like Jade Cargill got to get in there with big dominant women. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with somebody like with her speed and her pace and in the ring and stuff like that, she got to be in there with bigger women because she can be in there with smaller women as well. But it shouldn't be a hard fight for somebody like Jade to beat them, but it should always be like a challenge or like a dog fight when it comes to fighting the Biancas, the Jade, the Biancas, the who else? Jordan Graces of the world, the Nia Jaxes of the world, the muscular women.
Now watch this. Now I'm gonna flip this pancake on you. So boom. So look. So just imagine this. How I just said it. So now instead of we talk about factions, right? That's one thing that I don't like about factions. I think I should make a video about it if anybody want to hop on this because I don't feel every faction does not have to have the fucking evolution prototype. It don't have to be like that every time. It doesn't be like sometimes it's just four cats. One cat is the world title, and then the two of his cats just beat people to fuck up, and then somebody else might be. It doesn't just have to be okay. We have to have a tag team. No, there might not be a tag team in the faction. It might just be four people that's kicking people's ass, and they don't want two of them to be on tag. They don't want to dominate that. It's just or it could just be two mid card. They got the world and they got the intercontinental US and they ain't the world title, but they're fucking up the world champion type shit. See? You got two niggas with belts fucking up the world champion that look like something. So like I
All
don't know,
right,
man. You gotta
that's all right. Wrestling with things, y'all gonna have 6 minutes to rebuttal their main points that they just made.
Let me just go real quick, Dave. Um, see, OG and my man CW, they gave you the old politician shook and jive. You know what I mean? And I like the way they did it with their classy wordplay and everything. But at the end of the day, man, we're here to sell tickets. You know, we're here to make money. We're here to pump this WrestleMania outlook or whatever it is during the road to WrestleMania. We're here to make it the biggest that we could possibly make it. Now, when you look at someone like a Bianca, already a couple of times she's had the Women's World Championship. I believe she's a Women's Royal Rumble winner. So she's pretty much already on her way to legendary woman status. So we need her for this situation. We pretty much need her. You know, we got to sell. She's our selling point because Jade's not there yet. And unfortunately, Lash Legend's not there yet. She will be, you know, and I think she can get there fast. I do agree with them on that. But we're at the road to WrestleMania now, you know, so we gotta focus on what's happening now. And having somebody already on the way to legendary status, going up against Jade, who could potentially get there maybe in another year, I think it sells itself, man. I think that's the most money we're gonna get. Dave.
Very well said, my broadcast partner. Here's another problem with Lash winning, and I think she has all the potential of the world, but it sounds like a good idea, but Lash hasn't had any sort of breakout performance yet. See, you need to have a couple of breakout performances at least before we give you something like one of our main WrestleMania matches. If let's say Lash wins and she faces Jade Cargill and she beats Jade, then you cut Jade's reign short and you kind of mess up her dominance as a heel. Let's say Lash wins the Royal Rumble and then loses to Jade. Then you made Lash lose that match and you mess up her momentum. So it's almost a lose-lose to even put her in that spot right now. Two, it is not WWE creative behavior to put a main roster woman who just got in a tag team with Nia Jax and then thrust them into their women's main event at WrestleMania. Reality is it sounds good, but she's still a tag team wrestler and she's probably going to be in a tag team match. And we be thinking certain cats are ready because we like them, but she's very green to the main roster still, even though I like what I've seen, but there's a lot of little things that she hasn't learned yet. Another, problem with Lash Legend winning is kind of what Sammy said, not just the ticket selling portion, but experience matters. WrestleMania is always 70,000 people, 80,000 people, 90,000 people. Can she handle that pressure? Can she deliver her match in a fluid way and tell a fluid story with all those people in the audience in her first time in less than a year on the main roster? It's possible, but it's a big gamble that she can't take that pressure. It's a lot to be in that WrestleMania spotlight, whereas Bianca handles that spotlight like it's nothing. She handles pressure perfectly. She makes love to pressure, man. She delivers in big matches all the time. So much so, she was about to organically have her own WrestleMania undefeated streak on some Undertaker stuff, but they messed that up. I'm not going to get into that, but I think Bianca's just so much more efficient because, there's so much different ways you can go with it. And, Lash Legend, where she's at in her career, she'd be the perfect person to maybe have a record amount of eliminations in the Royal Rumble, maybe last a very long time in the Royal Rumble, a record, but I don't think she's built her resume enough to just be launched into a big WrestleMania world title match. It just would skip too many story beats that WWE usually tells with their wrestlers. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
And she don't have the sexiness that Bianca got. Oh God.
Y'all got a minute left. Y'all want to end it there?
Yeah, I think we cooked them.
Okay, we'll stop right there. We'll do a quick intermission. This won't be too long, and just so we can catch up on what some of the chat's saying.
Yo, chat, why y'all quiet now?
Lash Legend got a booty too, though. She do got a booty too, though.
Nah, she pretty thick.
Now they paying attention to the debate, Dave.
Y'all need some water. This is crazy.
Oh,
wow.
Y'all caused this.
Yeah, drink that up. Drink that up.
Yes.
Now, Ray, she said Stephanie should definitely be a heel. Yeah, her character do make more sense as a heel. That's nobody chose Liv. It is what it is. So,
why y'all love Liv so much?
Nah,
man?
Liv not winning
see
the Royal
it.
Rumble, man.
No, it's like storyline wise, it makes sense for her to win, kind of thing.
I don't see it.
In a way, if they push Raquel and Stephanie.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would rather Raquel win the Royal Rumble than Liv.
That's what I want.
I'd like Raquel to win it.
I will. All right, but so far, that Julia needs. I don't know about that, buddy. Julia cool, but I don't know about an A player.
Yo, I hate to say it, but I think Julia cooked.
Well, she getting a tag team opportunity as a U.S. champion for whatever reason, but hey, it's what it is. Shout out her.
I think Kiana James got untapped potential.
I think Kiana James is the one to look at in this whole tag team.
Yeah.
I think that she's probably going to end up coming out better than Julia is.
I think she's gonna take the U.S. title from Julia. I see them splitting too.
While we're doing this break, what kind of guest appearances do you think we see from the women's Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble. What surprises y'all think will happen?
Trish for sure.
Maybe Paige.
I think we see Victoria.
I want to
Trish,
see.
Wow.
I think Trish is guaranteed. Oh, I could see Brie in there. I see
Oh,
Nikki.
Brie Bella's gonna be in there.
OG, you got one?
Molly Holly. Molly Holly might be in it.
OG, you don't got one?
He might have stepped away. You never know.
I did. Ask me the question one more time.
You see any like surprise old school divas women coming in this Royal Rumble for the women?
No, but if they do,
Mickey James
I'm
would be
tired.
lit.
I'm tired of Triple H booking, bro. Bring somebody from the old school. No, what I mean is, bring
Yeah,
somebody from the old school that they gonna do something with, not just a one of
yeah,
Matt Pop and that's it. I mean, if it's
yeah.
like one of the old ladies and they old as fuck, then that's cool. Like we just want to say hi to Mae Young and all of that. We good to see you because he's too old. But like, don't just bring back, Mickey James and then for a pop and then that's it. Like,
And
no,
then you never
she's a
see it.
former TNA champion. Have her go
Yeah,
do some shit over there and
Now, what
and,
I do,
and get that again, like that type of shit.
what I
Hold
do
on,
see,
I have to ask because I know there was a couple cats in the chat that were overrating her return. Is bum ass AJ Lee in the match?
For sure.
She gotta be.
they're gonna be with the Becky feud. They gotta do it.
I'm not gonna hold you, man. AJ Lee doesn't do it for me.
She's a bum, bro.
Yeah,
They calling her a bum.
She's a bum. I'm done.
Not a bum.
Everybody was gassing her up, bro.
She's not a bum. She just a has been.
She wasn't even really that cold in her prime.
Word.
A lot of women
She
better
wasn't
than her.
that cold.
no, but what I see,
In her prime, she was all right. She was all right.
She was a
She's a good. I'll give her this. She has good character work, but
no, but what I see,
it ends there.
I think the return is actually gonna have some sort of impact. I think if Brie come back, she gonna go on an actual run. Because I think they wanted to make the Bella Twins tag champions, so I can see that them becoming tag champions, and they found a run, then they finally retire after that. Because I don't see Nikki
honestly,
coming back.
they would elevate those tag titles. I don't care what no it says.
What about
think they
Jacqueline?
would.
Y'all don't
be
think we
good
see
for them.
Jacqueline?
I would love to see Jacqueline.
That'll be a good one. But all right, we finna.
Yeah, see that one, I don't expect nothing unless you want to put. Or let me take what I said back, because she could do somebody. She could do for somebody being a manager, bro.
Yeah,
She could be
yeah.
somebody's manager, so you could bring somebody back and let them use their wisdom and shit. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like for me,
Yo, Couch, man, we gotta leave Lita and her two bad knees in the past, bro.
Oh man,
yeah,
you think she was that bad? You think she was that bad?
her posture alone and the way she walks makes her. I don't take her serious. When she came back, I was like, yeah, her face, she's still holding up in the face, but the way she walked, I just want to just kick her shit and just kick them both at the same time because she fall on her back. It's like, okay, you it's good you still healthy, but you're not. We can't ride tag team belts off your clout.
Yeah,
Because it's like we 1.5 with you. Any two women should be able to beat you and whoever else you got, unless you got a dominant person. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, they ain't dead. They was a tag champs. I was like, okay, yeah, for real.
yeah. I didn't like it either.
She gonna have to carry the hell out of Lita and just
Yeah,
do like 3 spots. Cause even her walking to the ring, I was just like, yeah. Go sit down for a little bit somewhere. Good to see you though.
All right, we can. I was gonna get back to the debate. We're gonna come. It's gonna be wrestling with things. Y'all get to give y'all main points for 7 minutes. I will say though, this not. That you mentioned Bianca the Streak. I do think she should have kept it, but she's still 4-1, which is one of the best all time. So, but all right, y'all got 7 minutes. Let me know y'all ready to start.
Sammy, you could go ahead and open us up.
Pause.
all right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, the clock going.
Let me know you're ready.
Okay, all right. On you, man.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, and So I gotta drive back home my ticket selling point, right? So because I just did some viewing in the WrestleMania where Bianca Belair won her for her first title, like the first title there. That WrestleMania was definitely like one of the most liked WrestleManias for viewership, like on for the online YouTube viewerships of all time. So now if you pair her up with Jade, I think they could possibly break another record and honestly just shatter pretty much everything women has been doing for probably the last 4 to 5 years since the COVID stuff, where we didn't actually have like cameras rolling and things shooting, because that WrestleMania was terrible. We all know that, but like that, putting that together with Jade, you get Bianca, you could break records on that WrestleMania. They can. Bianca's already also known for having commercials for them, doing like sneaker little things for them. The Cricket Wireless stupid commercials that she was, always involved in. Like she's already a household selling point. So it's just the safer pick, man. Like in order for you to not mess up this WrestleMania, I think getting somebody who's seasoned, primed, already, had achieved every single feat. You see her on ESPN appearances. You see her doing several interviews. Like she's just the selling point, I think, for the women. Go ahead, Dave.
And I also think if we're touching on real main points, um, the ticket selling point's absolutely a fact. But another good point is like we have it in our head as like as hardcore fans and YouTube creators that the Royal Rumble specifically designed to make somebody, and sometimes it is, but the Royal Rumble's not about potential. The Royal Rumble's about who's ready right now. If you look at everybody historically that's won a Royal Rumble, they're pretty much guaranteed future Hall of Famers and legends, like from Sheamus to John Cena to The Rock to Triple H. You got to be ready right now. And Bianca's the definition of proven and ready right now. Um, I don't think Lash Legend is. I think, like I said, there's a reason she's in the tag team right now. She's still got some learning to do, and Nia Jax is the perfect person to learn off of. And let's be honest, Lash Legend versus Stephanie Vaquer, does that rock your socks? Does that stir your drink a little bit? Not really. Lash Legend versus Jade, I mean, it is two very, very physical presences. I like it from that perspective, but again, it doesn't give the drama and anticipation and the storyline that Bianca versus Jade would have. And like, I think if Lash Legend was to face Jade Cargill, I honestly don't think the match would be A+. Whereas Bianca versus Jade, there's a high chance that Bianca could carry this to an A+ match, and I'm confident that that would be the case. Um, and then just for I obviously ain't got no statistics or nothing, but I just think that we fuck it. I don't need statistics. We've been talking about Bianca versus Jade since Jade signed to WWE. It's clearly much anticipated. It's clear the money is there, and like think of all the little black girls, yo. I know Lash Legend is black too, but all the young black girls look up to Bianca Belair, bro. They want their hero Bianca Belair to stop this new monster that we have in Jade Cargill. And like even if, like I said, if Bianca loses, you can turn that into another, it even doper story after WrestleMania and continue it along. You could take it long term until Naomi gets back and put her in the fold. Like there's so much you can do there. That's why Bianca is the ultimate best choice for this Royal Rumble. Sim, you got anything?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the whole it's not based off a potential thing, because every time that the WWE tried to, make their Royal Rumble winner based off of a potential or an experiment, that's usually the one that leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth and makes everybody go home pissed off. Jey Uso, we've seen the example with that.
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio, we've seen the example with that. I'm sorry, even though Oscar's a good wrestler, I gotta kind of throw Oscar under that because her program wasn't really that good. Let's just be honest. So every time they try to go off of, having somebody that they think can do something, that's when things usually get messed up. And the road to WrestleMania needs to be, handled with like tender loving care. It's kind of like those old school R&B, you know, kind of songs where you want to make love to this WrestleMania. You don't want to just sit there and, throw it around and treat it like some cheap prostitute. Let's make this actual WrestleMania that everybody can love and enjoy. Let's get back to that.
You don't got 25 seconds.
It's up
That's
to
all
you
y'all
if you want to use it, Dave.
Nah, I think you ended us there. Don't fuck with prostitutes, guys. Y'all get the point.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Save your money.
that's a crazy analogy, but hey, OG, OGC watch, y'all got 6 minutes to rebuttal their main points.
Okay. So while I understand that it's very important to have somebody who's ready, for lack of a better term, when it comes to winning the Royal Rumble, because the tickets are on the line and stuff like that. The same could be said about Bianca Belair in 2021, when she wasn't even on the main roster for a full year herself, and she got thrusted into the women's main event with Sasha Banks. But before the Royal Rumble, or there wasn't really, like, people had an idea that it might be her, but you still had Charlotte, who was wait, timeout. I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave that one right there. But my point is that Bianca Belair wasn't on the main roster for a full year until she won the Royal Rumble. And look at how she turned out. Sometimes all it really takes is them becoming a star. And before that, Bianca Belair, she was in the Royal Rumble in 2020 as well, much like Lash Legend, who was in the Royal Rumble last year with Jada Parker and all of them as one of the NXT girls that it just looked like they was bound to get to the main roster. It took her a little bit longer to get to the main roster, but she was already doing things at Crown Jewel, I think it was, with her and Jakara Jackson, currently known as Mara Sade. So they was already in the women's tag team championship matches. So she has some main roster experience, much like Bianca with the Royal Rumble, even though she was in NXT, and then she was getting a little bit of notoriety because she was facing Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair and stuff like that. So it's not far-fetched for somebody to not have a lot of main roster experience and get thrown into the fray like that, especially to go to the point that Sam made with a lot of people who they just threw into it like they was unsuccessful. There are also cases where there were people that were successful, such as Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, he was a new face that I mean, no, he was a newer face in the main event scene and whatnot. And they could have gave that Royal Rumble win in 2020 to anybody, but they gave it to him. Batista, he won the Royal Rumble in 05. 05. and that could have went left, even though he was showing intangibles that he was ready to get into that role. But before that, he didn't have a mid card championship. He was just, he was a tag team champion. He was with Evolution, and they just said, "Yo, the idea now is to have him end up becoming the monster that he could have always been the whole time." So there's sometimes you got to take those chances. I'm gonna give it to OG. Pause.
Yeah, my question is for the wrestling the community and then the people listening, and then I would just hand off the mic to the air. We always talk about we need to see newness, we need to see new characters, we need to see new people at the top. But when we have these discussions, these opportunities, we actually make excuses on why we're not going to do that. Right? Bianca's already at the top. Does she do it? Is she? Is she? Is she? Is she? If Bianca doesn't win the Royal Rumble, is that looked at as a missed opportunity? Not really. She's gonna, even if she doesn't come back. If she comes back in Survivor Series, she's still a star. If she comes back at WrestleMania, it's still a star. So it's not a missed opportunity. It's so Royal Rumble and high stakes matches where anybody can win are used for two reasons: for comebacks or for star makers. That's it. Either you're made to be a star or it's a fast track for a previous star for it to make sense for them to be in that position. And if we're not using it for that, then what is it for?
Mm, yep. And to be honest, who's to say she chooses Jade if Lash Legend wins? She can go up against Stephanie. And there's some history there. There's some history there in NXT. Um, it wasn't a lot of history, but it was some history. But also, Bianca doesn't necessarily need to win the Royal Rumble to get to WrestleMania. Like OG said, she doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to get to WrestleMania. She can win the Elimination Chamber again, and she can stake her claim to a championship of her choosing. So she's a made woman. She doesn't necessarily need it. I feel like the Royal Rumble should be reserved. It should have always been reserved for people who are right there, but they just need that little rub to get on the come up.
Yeah, like Roman Reigns can win the Royal Rumble, but if Roman Reigns also comes out on a random Raw and being like, "I'm tired of my reputation. You got me out here jobbing the motherfuckers I ain't supposed to be losing to. I lost my aura because Paul Heyman wasn't giving me his 100 because I can feel that energy that was leaving from him." And now I didn't got around my family. I done been busting these movies. I done spend these Hollywood dollars, and I'm back to be the tribal chief. Main event. That's it. That's it. He there. Is that justifying it, or does he have to throw 30 people over the rope first?
That's time.
Oh, that
Mm.
was icy time too.
All right, whoever that weirdo nigga is that's trying to impersonate wrestling with things, I just ban you.
Nah, that was me, Ed.
I know it's you.
Oh,
That was me.
You kick someone out?
Ed banned me from the fucking chat, bro.
How was I supposed to know that was you?
Come on, man.
It looked like a troll account.
Nah, it did. It did.
All right, that was something. All right, y'all got 4 minutes for y'all closing argument, Dave and Sam.
I must just say what I said. I was saying in the chat after Ed banned me, but the whole doesn't need it shit is I get the logic behind it, but it's the dumbest argument ever. Like John Cena throughout his career, 16-time champion. Did he need it 16 times? Probably not, but look at all the good television we got from it. Did Stone Cold need to be a 6-7-time WWE champion? Probably not. He could have wrote his name and still been a star, but it got us great television and great moments. Like this don't need it thing seems to be like the popular go-to anytime someone with a resume is in a main event fight. Like, you need main eventers with stacked bodies of work to be in this match to make the match shine a little bit more. So does Bianca need it? Like, her back's against the wall? No. But her star power is gonna be the selling point. Her star power, win, lose, or draw, is gonna draw eyeballs. Her body of work is what makes her so cold in the first place. So to use greatness against themselves and say they don't need it, well, we might as well be putting a bunch of NXT rookies in a bunch of title matches only if it's about who needs it. So the whole need argument is, I see a point of it, but it's not valid enough for me. And I think we made all the most objective points we could have made. Like, would Lash Legend put on a better match than Bianca? No. Would she sell on the microphone and the build-up promos better? No. What would she even talk about? Bianca has loads of material on Jade. She could even bring up the AEW past if they really want to blur lines a little bit. She could bring up the Naomi factor, like I said. She could bring up the fact that, I made history before you were here, being the first Black woman main event with Sasha Banks. There's just so much you can go with it, and I just don't think Lash has that much material in a storyline if she was put in this position.
Yeah, and to piggyback off you, Dave, going off of what you pretty much said with the not needing it, I think a big factor that CW and my man OG are missing is the Royal Rumble can be set up for a dream match scenario. It's not only something where you get this up and coming guy, or you put this new guy in a position to see what's going on. A lot of times it did set up a dream match scenario, like John Cena, for your example. He won his second one pretty much just so he can go get that match with Rock. Austin, the reason he has 3 Royal Rumble wins is because we had to keep seeing that match with Rock.
Word.
So it's one of those things where we might need it just so it could be kind of our selling point to see 2 of our best competitors go head to head. And I think that's what we got right now with Bianca and Jade. I mean, like, you got one person on their way to legendary. You got this other person who's trying to carve their niche. You put them together, you're about to have a dream match where both people will come out established. Because I still don't think Jade is 100% established.
And speaking of The Rock versus Stone Cold,
Y'all got 5 seconds left.
this will be the women's The Rock versus Stone Cold, Bianca versus Jade.
Good time. I know you're gonna go at the thumbnail. She would have won overtime. I unbanned the account, by the way. There's been a lot of troll activity lately, so I couldn't tell. But moving on, OG, C-Watch, y'all got 4 minutes for y'all closing argument. Let us know where y'all should win the debate.
Okay. To be honest, it's the writing's on the wall that Bianca may not even be cleared. So the fact that Bianca may not be cleared to even compete, this is all hearsay. We just don't know. But also, you have to have a contingency plan. And aside from Bianca Belair, I don't really see anybody else that can really fill that role that would make sense right now. Like, Charlotte, she won it last year. You going to run it back? You going to give her 2 of those things? So at the end of the day, might as well just go new. By going new, I'm not talking Tiffany Stratton. I'm not talking Julia. I'm talking Lash Legend, somebody who looks the part. I'm not saying those 2 don't look the part, but I'm just saying that Lash Legend, if you wanna throw somebody in, and Triple H, he has a thing for muscular women. He like the muscle mommies and stuff like that. So we already seen Rhea. We already seen a certain amount of people that won the Royal Rumble already. And by when I say they already a made person, I mostly mean they already won the Royal Rumble. They could stake their claim. They could just like OG said, you could just walk out one day and say, "Yo, I want this championship." You don't even have to win a Royal Rumble or a Money in the Bank to set certain things up. If you're already a made woman, made man, you literally just have to come out to the crowd and tell them, like, "Yo, I'm who I am. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know what type of money is going to be made off of this match. Let's make this match." But somebody that's an up-and-comer like a Lash Legend, you got to make the people believe it. And sometimes making them believe it in a way of having them eliminate 12 people, dominant performances up until the road to WrestleMania, squash matches. That's how you turn people into stars, and you make stars, and you make people want to put their asses in the seats.
Y'all got a minute 50 left.
What's the difference between Bianca winning the Royal Rumble this year and next year? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, she can win it next year, and it can make sense too. Because at the end of the day, if they're really trying to go in this direction of having Trinity be involved in this, you're gonna need another full year, because she's out of commission for a little while. And even when she do have the kid, whenever she do have the kid, you still gonna need a little time. So I don't see her getting thrusted back into WWE just that fast. So you give it another year, you can make some things happen. Like kind of like when people wanted.
Who's to say? Who's to say? Lash Leslie says she got booked and got a championship early. Who's to say by next year, WrestleMania, she's a big ass star? People didn't see this potential in Rhea Ripley. They didn't see it. They didn't. You didn't. Nobody. No, you guys lying. You might have thought she was going to be a champion, but not the face of the company type of champion. She wasn't showing that type of potential when she joined the Judgment Day. Who's to say we ain't got this type of energy over here? Now we got Bianca versus Lash. Dream match. 2 champions. They wanted Bianca and Jade as a dream match, and Jade Cargill never even held a world title. So just imagine somebody booked a similar way to had a world title for a year. Not for a year, but a strong booking for a year. Cole, you got to go with the new talent.
All right, that's time. All right, that was a good one. I got my notes on my other computer, so
do y'all trust them to milk that for a year?
All right, so make sure y'all fill out the form I sent in the chat. For those in the chat, fill that out. I'll read them later. But Keisha, you want me to go first when it comes to the voting? I can.
I could go. I feel like I just threw you in last time, so I won't do that again. You're like, yeah, I remember. All right, so team 1. I really liked how let me get it right before I even do this. Team 1 was Lash Legend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So team 1, I like how y'all threw like Bianca Belair like being thrown in, coming in, like how they said with Jade, like how you're just like, no, Bianca had that same thing happen and she excelled. I like the Bianca as a hypothetical thing, because I was just like, that's true, because she did get surgery, so it's like we really don't know. We want her to come back, but we don't know. I know, like Dave, you're saying like the doesn't need an argument. I get it though, because it's like, in a sense, Bianca, we all know Bianca is gonna get a championship opportunity like any time of the week. And I like how you guys said like it could build a star with Lash, because Lash already has those qualities, so it would just elevate her a little bit more. Team 2, I like how y'all said like Bianca is already known, and you already know what you're getting. Like, you already know it's going to be good because you have so much with the storyline. I like how you guys talked about the storyline part with Naomi being added in, because that's a big thing. And then just like the business part of it as well. I was like, yeah. Ed, you could go.
Okay. For team 1, I say y'all got a good point. You can build the new star with Lash Legend. I like that point. The comparison between Lash and Bianca I found interesting, because when Bianca first came up, she was already feuding with Bayley in 2020. So that's what led her going into the Royal Rumble. Lash hasn't had a significant feud. She doesn't have that yet. So that's why I was like, I see where you're getting at, but Bianca had that significant one-on-one feud going into the 21 Royal Rumble. Like, yeah, Bianca's already made. Tiffany C was fast shotted, so it's like, why can't you fast shot other people as fast as Tiffany got fast shotted? I get that, but it was the Drew example. I didn't like either because the Drew, he was new in the main event, but he was already building himself up after he got released. He built himself up in the Indies, came back through NXT. Then when he was on the main roster, he was with Ziggler and some was it Lashley for like a year and a half. Like, he didn't just win immediately as he got called up. Had the good NXT title reign in 2017. Then he got called back up to the main roster. And then Stephanie and Bianca, I think they teamed up in NXT, so I don't really consider that history. For team two, I really like y'all points. The sales tickets, that's one of the biggest things. It's WrestleMania. So how else do you sell tickets, especially when people were super critical of WrestleMania last year? This right there with Bianca Belair. It's an easy way to sell tickets. She established herself versus Sasha Banks in the first with the first two black women to main event WrestleMania. The Royal Rumble isn't always about potential because at the end of the day, we've seen Lash have, like, in the Battle Royal Evolution, she looked good, but aside, and it's a few other moments, but she hasn't had no significant one-on-one feud. I think her most significant one was versus Nia Jax when she lost in NXT. So you could build a story with Jade. That's right there. It's simple. I don't think it's too much to go into that. Then how much she's featured in commercials. She's already showing you she's a top star. And the only other woman to win the Royal Rumble twice is Charlotte Flair. So you could put Bianca in that same category, winning it 2 times. So yeah. Keith, so who are you going with to win this debate? Because I already
Yeah, I got my answer. I think Team Bianca had better points, like on selling Bianca versus Jade, because it's like the story's right there, the business part of it. I like, also, I forgot to say, I like how y'all brought up how like Bianca is like an inspiration to like younger girls and stuff, because it's true. It's true. So that plays a big part, because that's even like business aspect. You have a lot of people take their kids. No, you have a lot of people take their kids to like events. You know what I mean? They don't watch wrestling, but it's like, oh, Bianca Belair is here. Bam.
Little girls love Bianca. Like, love her.
They buy the cricket phones too.
My vote is also for team two for Bianca Belair. It was one point that Dave made that y'all should have targeted. I wish y'all did. When Dave said that Lash didn't have any breakout performances, it was 3 that I thought about instantly. And y'all didn't even mention it. In the Royal Rumble last year, she looked good. In the Women's Battle Royal, she looked good at Evolution. And then in the Fatal 4-Way tag match at Crown Jewel for the women's tag titles, those was all good performances, but y'all didn't attack that. So I got to give it to team two because they made some points that y'all didn't attack. I didn't got to go with team one. They made the better points tonight.
Let me add something real quick. It's a good point. Is this, and this is organically came up. This is what y'all don't realize. Lash Legend looks like a star amongst stars. Any other situation that there is, the tag team division is usually full of B-lister jobbers, right? The tag team ain't usually, so usually it'd be like tag teams. Like, what's the ones that went to TNE? The black girl and the white girl. Like it, whatever. I forget their names. Just whoever. But she's actually in a division at a time where everyone's a former world champion. And I'm not talking about hella long ago. That's not common. Usually in the tag team division, either women are trying to get their first strap or a tag strap. In this particular time, though, she's in there with what I'm saying is, well, I'm saying what I'm saying with that, but also it's benefiting her because if she was a single star, she would only be exposed to one person at a time. But yet in this position, she's exposed to like 6 main eventers at one time. We got Asuka interaction, Charlotte interaction. That there is no other situation where you'll get that newcomer with this many. You get what I'm saying? If she was a solo star, that couldn't happen. And if the women's division wasn't like this, that couldn't happen either. Name another time. There's usually maybe one novelty team at a max. 2 stars that they throw together. Max. 2 super niche down, but no more than that, bro. And this is so she's so just know that. Like if the tag team division wasn't as stacked as it was, you would really see how higher she is than everybody else. Because look who you comparing her to. You know, 6, 8 former world champs. Current current and like new, not like Attitude Era, Sable in there and shit, but like for real ones. So, yep, I just thought of that now. Like, damn, she's in there with like, she's able to have like a year worth of feuds in one feud because she's interacting with all of them all the time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going one at a time. It ain't just Oscar right now. They doing it. They doing it with the other ones too. So it's pretty cool.
And you all right, OG. She does look like a star, man. That body, man. Whoo, man. Do y'all see this?
God damn.
She got a dump truck, dog.
I start barking.
Whoa, dog.
With that being said,
I mean, I was surprised to let her get shit off on Rhea. I ain't gonna lie. When they was getting her shit off on Rhea, I was like, so they got plans for her. So she getting her shit off on Rhea in the back, throwing her all around and shit, fucking her up.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they got some plans.
my bad, you got to deal with this, Keish. This is just what happened on Saturdays.
They thirsty. It's cool.
Nah, but they picked the women.
Nah, you just you kind of no, you just put up a whole picture. We're ready. Like, why is that in your phone?
You come on, Jade, Bianca, Lavish. What?
A picture?
You
No, you make that dump truck, yo. Look at that dump truck.
All right, Saturday night's main event come on in 16 minutes. Everybody plug their stuff so we can get ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I had a blast, y'all. Very, very fun debate. Y'all made some great points. It's all love. It's all fun. But yeah, y'all follow us and subscribe to the YouTube channel Wrestling with Things. Yo, we have each one of these guys have been on our show. So check out our videos. There'll be more to come.
That's Sam.
Yeah, I mean, copy that, man. Whatever Dave said, Wrestling with Things. Tune in. We here to have fun with everybody, man. And I've been missing y'all, man. We got to do more shit like this, man.
Yep. Hey, OG, you got anything to say?
Good, yeah, man. Y'all tap in with me, Expert Level Wrestling on Instagram and YouTube and also TikTok also. Yeah, hit me up. You want to collab or whatever? You want to talk some real wrestling game or follow funny memes, reels, all that? Check me out. Hey, Peacock, right? I you know what's crazy? I just canceled my goddamn shit not like a few days ago. Not even thinking about this. Now I gotta re-get the shit all over again.
Yeah,
Just to cancel it
me
all
too.
over again.
Me too.
C. Watts, what you got to say?
Thank you guys for having me. I super appreciate it. I appreciate these debates. I like watching them. I like being in them. You can follow me on Instagram, CWattsNYC, and just like the handle says right here, Cordell Watts TV on YouTube. I try to drop weekly, like 5 days a week. Tap in with me. If you like laughs, if you like wrestling content, if you like textbook stuff like that, I even bring the belts out every now and again, like OG, once in a while, you know. But yeah, if y'all like that type of stuff, tap in with me. I appreciate y'all.
And
Hey,
Keish,
real quick before you click up, I'm sorry, Keisha. This will be a clip, and Keisha, you can even elaborate on this. This is hella important. I just got a shot from Jesus. I had to say this. I want to emphasize the fact that we're having a debate. We're all black. Everybody is smart. You see, this can happen. A lot of times, people be thinking it got to be the ghetto shit. You feel me? Or the arguing. No, everybody on here is smart. You hear how we articulating ourselves, breaking this shit down. So everybody on here black and intelligent talk. So don't just assume it got to be nigga talk all the time and bop 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 bop. People know what they're talking about, and people that actually know how to watch wrestling, analyze it, and talk on a level as better than the WWE writers. And if you got WWE writers that's better than how we talk, you need to show them on TV because I ain't seen none yet.
Yeah, Right.
I agree, OG. I love that, man. Everybody's so articulate and fly with their points.
Yo,
man.
OG, let me know when you're doing that faction talk too. I got some questions for you on that, dude.
Anytime, bro, on the weekend, bro. It's all good.
All right.
All right, Keish.
That was a good point because you don't really get that a lot, and a lot of people at IWC, y'all know they're kind of off. So, this was a good no shame, but it's true. This was a really good debate. Y'all both did amazing. Thanks for letting me be a part of it, Ed, as well. Catch me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Wrestling with Keish, and that's it.
Yep. Y'all know where to find me at, especially that nigga that stole my content, but we'll move on.
What?
I hope the nigga watching
Y'all
too.
make sure y'all be hitting the subscribe bells too, because when you be subscribing to cats, that don't mean shit nowadays. You'll subscribe to something and get 1 out of 10. That
all about
bell needs to
engagement.
be hit.
Yeah,
That
I hate
bell
that.
needs to be hit.
Yeah.
It's all about that engagement, baby.
Yeah, but this was a fun debate. Hey, make sure y'all share it after we end so other people can see it. We're going to continue growing throughout 2026. So with that being said, peace out and enjoy Saturday night's main event.
So.
I love y'all.